Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your host this evening. Hi, everyone. How you doing out there? Hey, New Yorkers. It's raining. Hope you're staying dry inside with a computer playing this game. Dante, not a fan of this storm, so hopefully he'll stay calm throughout tonight's game. Come on over, get yourself signed up for this evening's quiz by coming to this website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Once you get there, enter in a team name followed by an email address. And then if you could let us know if you are or are not a part of the league, that is your final step before you click the button that says sign me up to play, I think, or does it say let's go? I don't know, but either way, it'll be very clear to you that we want you to click that button to get signed up for the game. Tonight, we're going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. Our first 3 categories are question and answer style rounds, and our fourth and final theme of the night is going to be a picture round. So clearly that means the majority of the game is made up of question and answer style rounds. And if you're unfamiliar with how it works, let me walk you through it. I will ask a question out loud. As I ask the question, it's going to pop up directly on your virtual answer sheet at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, meaning you're going to be able to see the questions as I ask them. Some of the questions may have multiple choice options, but I'm pretty sure you're going to find that most, if not all, of the questions this evening are short answer in their structure. It is then your turn to enter in the response that you believe to be correct, and then to click the button that says submit answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. Yes, a countdown timer. With each of the questions in the first 3 rounds of the game, watch out for that countdown timer and make sure you always click submit before it's too late. Let's say you've entered something in and you have a spelling error. No big deal. I'm able to see what you put as your responses, and I'll do my very best to make sure that if you deserve to get a point, you get that point. Also, if you still have some time left on the timer and you want to update your response, please, by all means, update to your heart's content. Just make sure you always click submit answers again before the timer runs out, so I have your most recent answer on hand. If you're just joining us, hello there and welcome. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your trivia host this evening. Hope you're doing well. Really appreciate you playing with us here tonight. Get signed up for the game. All are welcome. This is the website to come to, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. It is a fully interactive virtual answer sheet. Once you get there, enter in a team name followed by an email address. Then let us know, are you in the league? If so, welcome back. Are you not? Totally fine. We want you here too. All are welcome to play this game. The league players, we are in our 7th week of season 63. After 6 weeks, we've got 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, leading the pack. And we drink and we know things and jive turkeys, rounding out that 10th spot with a tie. Head on over to nyctrivialeague.com/standings to see a full update of how these league teams are stacking up against one another this season. Well done. Oh, sign up for the league. It's never too late. May as well. We'll keep track of your score every time you play. If you're just joining us, hi, welcome. This is the website to come to play tonight's game, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Back to our game structure. So we'll get through those first 3 question and answer rounds. Then we're going to close out the game with a picture round. The picture round is a little bit different than our first 3 categories of the evening, so stay tuned for some very exciting news about exactly how that last round is going to be structured. I'll wait until we get there to tell you all about it. Before we get into round 1, I do have 2 simple rules that I ask that you all follow here tonight. The most important rule of trivia: there's no cheating in this game. Please do not look the answers up. It is that simple. Play fairly. Use your brains. Rule number 2, don't give away the answers in the chat. Always a pleasure hearing from you all in the chat. Please keep the conversation going. Just refrain from spoiling things for others. All right, let's get into our first category of the evening. If you're just joining, this is your last opportunity to get signed up before we dive into round number 1. So come on down to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com and you will be joining these 40 fabulous trivia teams from New York City and around the world. Our first team to get signed up tonight, my drinking team, has a trivia problem, down to our most recent team to join us, Pelotonomatopia. Cute. Welcome to those two teams and every team in between. Best of luck on the game. Let's do it. Round 1 tonight is in the topic of the life of a showgirl. Let's do it. Round 1, question number 1. Taylor Swift announced that her upcoming 12th studio album is called The Life of a Showgirl. On what weekly sports podcast co-hosted by the Kelsey brothers? Name that podcast. New Taylor Swift album coming out. She announced it and hopefully gained some traction for Travis Kelce on his podcast, New Heights. It's called. Tough. 43% of you got that one right. Well done. Question number 2. What was the name of the showgirl featured in the lyrics to the Barry Manilow song Copacabana? Almost, but not quite as social. If you didn't know, you're not alone. Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl. 86% of you got it right. Question 3. French artist Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec was commissioned to create posters for what Parisian cabaret when it opened in 1889? Toulouse-Lautrec brought in to create posters for the Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge, your correct response for number 3. Well done. Once again, 86% got that one right. Question 4. What actress played Pamela Anderson's character's daughter in the 2024 movie The Last Showgirl, saying that she took the role in part because the dynamic reminded her of late mother Carrie Fisher and grandmother Debbie Reynolds? Carrie Fisher's daughter is Billy Lord. Billy Lord, your correct response for number 4. Half of you got it. I like it. Halfway through this first round with question number 5 in the life of a showgirl. What American fashion designer and costumier, nicknamed the Sultan of Sequins, has created many iconic looks for Cher, including her showgirl-inspired 1986 Academy Awards outfit that was topped off with a feathered mohawk headdress? Name that designer. The designer of that look, as well as many stage looks that Cher has worn over the years, is Bob Mackie. Bob Mackie. 45% of you knew that one. Most of you pretty quickly. Well done. Question 6. What Dutch filmmaker known for his satirical and often graphic films directed the cult classics Stormship Troopers and Showgirls? The director of Stormship Troopers and Showgirls. Tough one. Quite a few of you got it, though. Well done. His name, Paul Verhoeven. Paul Verhoeven. How'd you do? 35 responses came in, and 45% of you got it right. Question 7. In the stage musical Guys and Dolls, what song with 2 types of dry volume measurements in the title does Adelaide perform on stage as a showgirl at the Hot Box nightclub? Appreciate it, Captain Planet. We'll make sure to update for any future use. Apologies. Let's see how you did on this one. That song from Guys and Dolls that contains 2 different measurements in the title is a bushel and a peck. A bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck. How'd you do? A tough one. 30% of you got it right. A lot of people just put in any sorts of measurements they can think of: cups and spoons, teaspoons, ounces and pounds. We could write versions of that song with these names. Question 8. The character Flo in the Pixar movie Cars has a license plate that reads Showgirl, a reference to the fact that she was a showgirl before she came to what fictional town in Carburetor County along Route 66? The name of that fictional town central to the movie Cars. It's Radiator Springs that Flo calls home. Two more questions in this showgirl themed round. Here's number 9. What highest selling Australian woman artist of all time went on a concert tour in 2005 dubbed Showgirl the Greatest Hits Tour? Highest selling Australian woman artist of all time. It's Kylie Minogue. How'd you do? Kylie Minogue fans out there, 60% of you got it right. And our final question of round 1. Regina King performs as Tina Turner, while Sandra Bullock and Diedrich Bader dress as Vegas showgirls while undercover in what 2005 sequel to Miss Congeniality? The sequel to Miss Congeniality. Yes, it is called Miss Congeniality 2. There's more to it than that. Miss Congeniality 2, Armed and Fabulous. Armed and Fabulous, the subtitle of that movie. 36% of you closed out that round with a correct answer. Let's see where this leaves us as we head into our second round of the game. As it stands right now, we've got a tie in 7th place with 8 points apiece. That is everyone. Look at my fancy butthole. Barf, the artsy fartsiest Nando, Team 578 and Team 578. Tied in 4th with 9 points, the Mountaineer, the Oslo Condition, and my drinking team has a trivia problem. Tied for the lead right now. Perfect scores thus far, 10 for 10. Orange Chicken Parm pieced it together, and 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Round 1 is done. It's behind us. Before we get to round 2, we host private events, and we would absolutely love to work with you, whether you're looking for a way to celebrate an upcoming birthday party or a corporate get-together. We'd love to be a part of your celebration, and you can reach out to me personally right there, Meredith at nyctrivialeague.com. Always great to hear from you. Keep us in mind as events pop up in your life that could use a little something interesting to spice them up. Hope to hear from you. Round 2 tonight is in the category of hidden body parts. Sounds scary. Did a serial killer write this round? I don't think so. Let me tell you about it. In this round, each correct answer will contain a body part hidden within a larger word. The body part could be internal, like stomach, or external, like toe. Let's do it. Question 1. What tiny girl, created by Hans Christian Andersen, falls in love with a flower fairy prince just her size, though she's also pursued in marriage by a toad, a mole, and a beetle? We're looking for the full name of the character, not just the body part, please. That character created by Hans Christian Andersen is Thumbelina. Thumbelina, your correct answer for number 1. Question number 2 in this hidden body parts round. What 2025 FX on Hulu sci-fi horror series created by Noah Hawley features xenomorphs in the year 2120? That new series, FX on Hulu, it doesn't sound the same, but it is spelled like a body part. It's Alien Earth. Ear we have popping up in Earth. A little tougher, but well done. 51% of you got it right. Question 3. What reality competition series is appropriately hosted by Will Arnett, who provided the voice of a superhero in the company's movie franchise? Most answers coming in were aware that it's a Lego show. Will Arnett plays Lego Batman. This competition series is called Lego Masters. And of course, that body part coming in, leg. Oh. Question 4. Alongside Nate Robinson, who is the only other NBA player to be named NBA Slam Dunk Champion 3 times, doing so in 2023, 2024, and 2025? Slam dunk champion 3 times, most recently this year. This one, my hint of the night on Instagram at Trivia Meredith, Perhaps that's why most people got it right. Not everybody, but well done. How'd you do here? 76% of you knew Mac McLung is your correct answer. And of course, that body part, a lung, popping up in his last name. If you don't follow me already on Instagram, I encourage you to do so. I do give away a hint every single time that we bring you a new game. And our next quiz is coming up 1 week from today. You can find us right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. That'll be on Wednesday, August 20th at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Hope to see you next week and follow me to get that sweet, sweet hint. Additionally, stick around this evening, folks. The movie quiz is back in action. As soon as we wrap up tonight's game, head on over to play.themoviequiz.com. It's a lot of fun. I see tonight it's all about water in some way, shape, or form. Hope you stick around and play the movie quiz. All right, round 2. We're back to it. We're talking about words containing body parts. Here's number 5. Chris Miller, a co-writer of the comedy National Lampoon's Animal House, wrote of his experiences with Alpha Delta Phi, his fraternity at which Ivy League school? That is the smallest Ivy League school in terms of enrollment. I'm enjoying looking at the answers that are not correct and thinking, okay, how is there a body part in this one? Brown, I'm sorry, it's not right, but I get it. We've got brow. That's a body part, sure. Cornell, also not right, but like corns on your feet could be. But the correct answer here is Dartmouth, the Dartmouth or Dartmouth College. Question number 6. Also known as vitamin B2. What dietary supplement is prescribed to treat corneal thinning and may reduce the incidence of migraine headaches in adults? Helping to heal those corneas, help with your migraines, maybe. It's riboflavin. That's also vitamin B2. We've got rib within riboflavin. Our next question in this round, question number 7. Native to the Andes Mountains in South America, what rodent has the densest fur of all extant terrestrial mammals, commonly used for clothing in the 19th century? They're so soft. They're so cute. They bathe in lava dust. Sorry, it's not an armadillo or a marmot or an ermine. I like these though. However, it is a chinchilla. Chinchilla, your correct response for number 7. Question number 8. If World War I had truly been the war to end all wars, November 11th might still be named what holiday before it was changed to Veterans Day in 1954? Prior to being called Veterans Day, November 11th was dedicated as Armistice Day. We're getting in armistice. 2 more questions in this category. Here is number 9. What numerical measure is given to golfers to enable players of different abilities to compete against each other? Better players have a lower one of these measures than beginners. The numerical measure given to golfers according to their ability is a handicap. But we've got hand popping up there. And our final question of round number 2. A frequent cause of traffic jams. What elastic sounding term refers to bystanders who can't help but slow down to get a better look at an accident they are passing by? That elastic sounding term is to rubberneck, rubbernecker, rubbernecking, any form of that word going to get you a point there. And 91% of you, almost a social, got it right. We are at the halfway point of this evening's game. Let's check in with our standings for our top teams, see how it's going. Big tie here for 6th place with 17 points. Why not Zoidberg? Everybody, look at my fancy butthole. The artsy fartsiest Nando, Team 578 and Team 578 in 5th right now with 18 points. The Oslo Condition tied in 3rd with 19. The Mountaineer and 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. And in the lead right now, perfect scores, 20 for 20 thus far. Orange Chicken Parm and Pieced It Together. Our 3rd category of the night is in the topic of back to school. We're talking about school in this round. Here is round 3. Question 1. Drew Barrymore plays a 25-year-old copy editor for a newspaper who goes undercover as a high school student to report on the lives of teenagers in what 1999 rom-com? That Drew Barrymore movie is called Never Been Kissed. Never Been Kissed. 69% of you got it right. Question 2. A series of books by Ludwig Bemelmans centers around what 7-year-old girl who attends a boarding school in Paris with 11 other girls under the care of their teacher, Miss Clavel? That title, 7-year-old at a boarding school in Paris, is better known as Madeline. Madeline, your correct response for number 2. Question number 3, in this back to school themed round, the music video for what number 1 hit song for Iggy Azalea and Charlie XCX in 2014 was shot at Grant High School in Los Angeles, the same school where the movie Clueless was filmed? Looking for the name of the song. That number 1 song by Iggy Azalea featuring Charlie XCX. It's Fancy, your correct response for number 3. Question number 4. NBA Hall of Famer Patrick Ewing won an NCAA basketball championship for what university in Washington, D.C. in 1984? Ewing would return to coach this university's basketball team from 2017 to 2023. Patrick Ewing attended and was later a basketball coach for Georgetown University is your correct response for number 4, Georgetown. Question 5, located in the East Village, one of the most renowned public high schools in New York City is named for what Dutch Director General of New Netherland before the colony was ceded to England in the 1600s? So true. Difficult to spell Dutch names. This one, as a New Yorker, you should be familiar with, even if you don't know the school. Because of Bed-Stuy, it is Peter Stuyvesant. Stuyvesant. We'll get you the point there. 69% of you got that one right. Question number 6. Both founded in the early 13th century, 2 of the oldest universities in the world in continuous operation are the University of Oxford and what other English school roughly 100 miles away? Those 2 very old universities are Oxford and Cambridge. University of Cambridge, the other one. Question number 7, abbreviated BK, the element with atomic number 97 is named for what university's laboratory, where the element was discovered in 1949? Sorry, it's not Brooklyn, nor is it Burger King. But if you put Berkeley, you got that point. UC Berkeley. Berkelium is the name of the element. Question number 8. Portraying Professor Orloff at Nevermore Academy, what actor has joined the cast of the Netflix series Wednesday after having portrayed Uncle Fester in The Addams Family in 1991? Returning to the Addams Family universe, this time as a professor, it's Christopher Lloyd who is back. And if you've watched the second season of the show, which I have yet to do, you would know that also featured in this cast is a theme from a previous season. You have just been
How do you do, fellow kids?
Buscemi. Steve Buscemi pops up in Wednesday, season 2. Question number 9. While the Scholastic Aptitude Test, SAT, currently has a score range from 400 to 1600, the standardized test similarly used for college admissions called the ACT has a score range from 1 to what maximum score? The highest achievable score on the ACT is 36. 36, your correct response for number 9. And our final question in this back to school round. Here at Horace Green, You're in the Band, and Dewey's Confession are some of the musical numbers in what Andrew Lloyd Webber musical that premiered on Broadway in 2015? All 3 of those songs featured in the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical. School of Rock is your correct response for number 10. Andrew Lloyd Webber, of course, also famously wrote our theme for this season. You have just been catsed. Yes, that's right. If you are not aware, a cat or Cats, the musical, seems to keep coming up, is going to pop up in some way, shape, or form every single game that we bring you here in season 63 of NYC Trivia League. Our next game, as a reminder, coming up 1 week from today. You can find us right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com on Wednesday, August 20th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And if you missed it, the movie quiz, it is back tonight, coming your way in about 14 minutes time. You can get it set up right now by opening another tab on your computer and entering in play.themoviequiz.com. Get ready to sign up. That game will start as soon as we wrap up our game with this final round of the evening. The picture round, round number 4, is in the topic of the biggest U.S. banks. In this round, you are going to see 10 logos that represent banks in the United States of America. Your goal is to identify each bank for 1 point apiece. Please make sure that you put your answers in the correct order. You'll identify that correct order by seeing the number that is next to each of the logos. And then underneath the 10 numbered logos are 10 numbered blanks. You have 5 minutes to work on this round. I'll check in at the halfway point. At the end of the 5 minutes, we'll find out how you did and then wrap up the game with a tiebreaker question. All right, everybody, best of luck. Please name these 10 banks. Hi, everyone. Just a second. We're about halfway through the picture round. Hope it's going well for you all. We got feelings over here. Something weird happened in the hallway. We don't like it. Good luck, everybody. See you back here in 2 minutes and 30 seconds with the answers. Don't forget to submit. If you haven't already done so, make sure you submit your answers. The countdown timer heading your way in just a moment. The biggest US banks, looking for the name of each of these brands identified by their logos. Image number 1 is JP Morgan Chase, or simply Chase, gonna get you that point. Number 2 is Bank of America. Number 3 is Wells Fargo. Number 4 is PNC Bank. Image number 5, we have Truist Bank. Image number 6 is BMO. BMO, your correct response for number 6. Image number 7 is Citizens Bank. Citizens. Image number 8 is Huntington Bank. Image number 9 is Key Bank. And number 10 is HSBC. How'd you do? Let's find out. The easiest one of the round, with 91% of you getting it right. We've got a tie between Chase Bank and Bank of America. The trickiest one of the round, with just 22% of you getting it. Perhaps it's a regional bank. It's Huntington, your correct response there. All right. We do have one more question to close out our game, the tiebreaker. As always, your tiebreaker is going to have a number as an answer, and your goal as you place your response to the tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number. So that means you can guess over or under the number. Place your best guess. Whoever's closest is going to win the tie. Here is your question. In what year did Henry Wells and William G. Fargo establish Wells, Fargo and Company? Don't look it up, I'll know. Good luck. If your team ended up in the top 15 or so teams here this evening, I will calculate the results of the tiebreaker and post how you did over on our Instagram at NYC Trivia League. So keep an eye out to see what ended up happening there. Reminder, folks, we'll be back 1 week from today right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, Wednesday, August 20th. See you then. Before that, though, Wells Fargo and Company established in the year 1852. 1852, your correct response for that tiebreaker. 2% of you got it right. Congratulations, 2% of you. Stick around, folks. The movie quiz is heading your way in just a moment. Head on over to play.themoviequiz.com. And before that, let's see how you did tonight by heading on over to the winner's circle. Finishing up this evening's game in a tie for 17th place with 27 points, we have Moe's and Mecco, the question marks, and Swearwolves. Tied in 14th with 28, the Rubber Yolks, Dead Serious, and Team Nidhogg. In 13th with 29, everybody, look at my fancy butthole. In 12th with 30 points, Goofballs. In 11th with 31, Team 578. Tied in 9th with 32, Chi-Chi's Forever and Team 578. Tied in 7th with 34 points, Pieced It Together, and my drinking team has a trivia problem. Tied in 5th with 35, Why Not Zoidberg and Barf. Tied in 3rd with 36, the artsy fartsiest Nando and the Oslo Condition. In 2nd place tonight with 37 points, the Mountaineer. And our big winner tonight with 39 out of a possible 40 points. Congratulations go to 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. I have been Meredith from NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. Thank you so much for playing here tonight. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you, so I hope to see you all next week. Thank you so much to Peter and the rest of the writing team for helping to put together tonight's game. Thank you so much to Cullen for making this possible, and a big thanks to Murr and the rest of the Rizio team for creating the software that you all played the quiz on here this evening. Head on over to play.themoviequiz.com right now. Play some movie trivia, some water-themed movie trivia, and I'll see you next week. Good night.